In this new era of space competition, the vision of sending humans to the moon is no longer confined to the memories of the Apollo missions. Companies like SpaceX and Blue Origin are striving to usher in a new chapter of human presence in space through cutting-edge technologies. Among these efforts, the release of conceptual images of the Starship lunar lander's interior has not only drawn attention to the futuristic design of the spacecraft but also raised serious questions about its technical readiness and project timeline. The conceptual renders reveal a highly luxurious and spacious interior for the Starship lunar lander, but can SpaceX deliver its rocket to NASA on time? For the first time, SpaceX has officially released captivating concept images of the crewed version of its Human Landing System, HLS, Starship. These visuals offer a glimpse into what space travel aboard such a massive vehicle might feel like for astronauts. However, it appears that in some areas, the use of space may not be fully optimized. NASA hopes to use the Starship lander for the Artemis 3 mission, aiming to return astronauts to the lunar surface for the first time in over half a century. While the mission is currently scheduled for 2027, it's unlikely to launch before 2029 at the earliest. If SpaceX's vision for the Starship lander becomes reality, which remains uncertain given the company's recent challenges with NASA, astronauts will have ample room to move around. The two released images highlight the sheer scale of the rocket, showing that the crew area for astronauts occupies only a small portion of the vehicle's interior. With a diameter of nearly 9 meters, Starship offers astronauts significant space to maneuver when transferring from the Orion capsule to the lander in lunar orbit. In one image, an astronaut gazes up at the domed ceiling of the spacecraft, an enormous, nearly empty volume. This void raises a troubling question: what happens if someone becomes stranded in the middle of it in microgravity? On its updated lunar mission webpage, SpaceX states, Starship can carry far more crew and cargo than the Apollo lander used in the last human missions to the moon. The company proudly adds, just one of Starship's dual airlocks has more than twice the internal volume of the entire Apollo lunar module. Still, it remains unclear whether the Starship lander will be ready in time for Artemis 3. SpaceX has faced significant hurdles in developing this super-heavy rocket. In its 11th test flight last month, Starship successfully launched and splashed down in the Indian Ocean, but the company has yet to demonstrate a safe return to Earth. SpaceX must also test in-orbit refueling before Artemis 3. The lunar Starship will require at least 10 tanker launches to gather enough fuel for the journey to the moon. In other words, while the released images suggest a luxurious and comfortable lunar journey, an enormous leap from the cramped Apollo-era lander, SpaceX still has a long road ahead before it can play a role in NASA's historic mission later this decade. NASA is eager to return to the moon as soon as possible. Acting NASA Administrator Sean Duffy recently stated that the agency may consider selecting Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin, one of Elon Musk's major rivals, for Artemis 3 instead of SpaceX. Citing SpaceX's delays, Duffy told Fox News, "We're witnessing a space race among American companies to see who can truly get us back to the moon first." Ultimately, while the conceptual images of the Starship lander offer a dazzling glimpse into the future of space travel with vast interiors, sleek design, and capabilities far beyond Apollo's, the gap between vision and reality remains significant. SpaceX faces complex technical challenges, from proving Starship's safe landing capabilities to executing successful orbital refueling, both critical for Artemis 3. Meanwhile, mounting time pressure and intensifying competition from companies like Blue Origin have turned this into a modern space race not between nations, but between tech giants. As NASA strives to leave new footprints on the moon after more than half a century, it must strike a balance between bold innovation and practical realism. If SpaceX can fulfill its promises, Starship won't just redefine space travel, it could mark the dawn of a new era of human exploration, where space is no longer a distant frontier but an extension of our expanding domain. Until then, every concept image, every test flight, and every strategic decision is a piece of the puzzle shaping humanity's future on the moon and beyond.